What are you doing on the shelf? That was weird. All right, so today I'm gonna be making a like a character pose study. I'm gonna be studying poses and backgrounds. For the past week or two, I made a playlist on my YouTube and I added a bunch of channels for tutorials and help because I'm not the best at character poses and I'm definitely not the best at backgrounds. I mean, I can do them. I think I just don't put enough time or thought into them. So I'm trying to train that part of my brain a little better and kind of get back into that and learn good lighting. I'm good with lighting. I'm not creative with my backgrounds, I'd say. I usually just like something simple, like a white background, a gray background to make all the whites and blacks pop. Because gray is usually what I draw on for the background. Because when you add lights and darks, it shows up better. Like if you were to add a white to a gray background on the character, it would pop, but also shadows would pop too. Like it looks nice. In this, I'm drawing my own character. Everything in this video will be straight from my head, no references, which, I mean, people like to downplay references, but every single artist uses at least one reference in their drawings. It's good to have reference. It definitely helps you. It can hinder you. And that's why this year, or next year, 2024, I should say, I'm trying to like get better at drawing things out of my head completely so that I can be more creative in that aspect. So yeah, this drawing took me about roughly 3.5 hours. I condensed it all down really fast. I believe it's about 4 minutes in the time lapse. So that was fun. But yeah, it took me a really long time. I think that's not the longest I've ever worked on a drawing. And it wasn't straight either. It was like between 2 to 3 days. So I've been working on this and a couple other videos behind the scenes. But yeah, so I'm glad to get this one out. This was a lot of fun. I hope this helps some people. I'll try to give y'all my tips on what helped me during this. Like I said, actually, I don't know if I said it or not, but I made a playlist on my YouTube where it's a private playlist, where I added people's tutorials that I found. I'll link some down below that helped me, but I've been watching 2 videos every day. So I got an alarm set on my phone for 9 p.m. every day so that I can watch those 2 art videos. So I pick like a theme, like one day I did backgrounds, I'll watch background tips and tutorials. Another day, poses, like I'm doing today. And I think it's really helped me. Honestly, I've been watching a lot of Drawfee too. If y'all haven't seen Drawfee, I'll link them down below. I've been watching them for like many years. And I think like subconsciously, I've kind of just learned from watching them so much because they're really funny and entertaining. So it's like a cool video to watch. And it's very entertaining the whole way through usually. But like subconsciously, I learned a lot of things from watching them. They're really fast and really good at drawing, but I'm sure that comes with a lot of time. And I've been drawing for a long time, most of my life, and I'm like 29 now. So it's been a big journey and I'm still learning and I want to perfect a lot of my stuff. Well, not perfect, but get better at a lot more things. So that's what I'm going to be trying in this video. I'm going to be learning the character pose and the background. So enough blabbing and let's just get right into the video and I'm going to tell you all my tips. Okay, so this is my line work. I know this is going to be super fast, but I'm just going to tell you things that help me out a lot. For digital users, I would say this is best because my anatomy is not great. I'm getting better, but the push tool, the warp tool, that helps so much because you can just push in things. You can make limbs longer. It's always best to do this on the sketch layer to push it in and out with the warp tool. Don't do it on the final layer because it'll warp your final inking lines and it'll make it to where the colors might not connect to the lines. It'll bleed maybe, but best to do it when you're doing the sketch to get the sketch finalized. And then you come back in and perfect everything with the clean line artwork. So here I'm doing different colors. I like doing that. I used a green brush for the first layer of sketch. Second layer will be clothes, so I did like a blue. I do many different colors. I don't really stick to one. I can't really stick to one. But yeah, so I'm mapping out like her clothes right now, what they should look like, using that warp tool to kind of push her shoe in because that's a really hard pose to get her foot to kind of like prop up against something. That's what I wanted. But yeah, so she's gonna be reading a book, sitting down on the floor with her foot propped up. That's kind of the pose I kind of just went with. I kind of just drew it from my head. I just went with it, you know? And here I am doing the background. I like this checkerboard floor. I'm adding a lamp as a light source. All these blue spots that I just did, that's where the light's gonna hit. And I'm just adding all those lights in. Just think of it as like it doesn't have to be perfect, but just think of where light would hit, basically. So now I'm adding a reflection. I just copied and pasted it and then erased it. This is the line work that's all done. Or sorry, I think that's the sketch, the third sketch layer I did over top of the clothes and the first sketch layer. Now I'm doing the line work. I'm doing a really thin, I think I'm doing like 8 on Clip Studio brush size. So that's really thin for me. Usually I do like 20, and I've been learning to use a thinner brush. Thinner brushes, believe it or not, help so much. So right here, taking a little bit more of the colors and making a little swatch, because those are the colors I really wanted to use. Some reds, blues, very dark. I like using a lot of like desaturated colors. I feel like a lot of artists' first mistake is adding too much saturation, just going for the straight green or the straight red, and that's just too bright and too much. You gotta desaturate that, find a good middle ground that looks nice. And right here, I'm just line working in the background, doing that all over again. This is why it took me so long. Adding a shadow to this like hallway area, and then I keep playing around with how dark I want it to be because I really want that light to pop off of that lamp. And I know this lamp makes no sense really. Like I said, it's all out of my head, and I was just trying to make it look cool. Plus, it's all gonna be dark really, so. And I'm adding a lot of reflections by copying objects and just flipping them and like erasing a little bit of them. Right here, I'm adding all the highlights to her. I made her darker, and then I copied her, the lighter layer, and just kind of erased the darker layer, if that makes sense. And just added in a bunch more shadows by erasing the top layer, because the top layer is the dark layer, bottom layer is the light layer of her, and then I just erase the top layer, so the light layer shows. And there's the final product. So I'm super happy with this. I love how it came out. It's not perfect, it's not the best, but art isn't really about being perfect or being the best. And I hope like everyone, y'all just need to draw. Just draw to draw and just do sketches to do sketches. Nothing has to be perfect. And I always told myself everything has to be perfect. I always used reference images. I did a lot of realistic drawings, and that's really why I like digital, because it's easier not to mess up, but also it can hinder you because you know that you can just press undo, you know? But it is very helpful, and it does look really good when you use it right. I like doing both though. I like doing digital, I like doing traditional. Digital is just easier because, you know, screen's lit, you can do it in a dark room, you don't need a lamp, you can just lay down, sit down, whatever you want to do. Sometimes I draw in bed, you know? Sometimes you're tired. But yeah, I hope this helps some people. It definitely helped me, like I said, to watch those videos of other tutorials. I'm gonna start making more tutorials, and this one will probably go down into my playlist too, where it's like tutorials and art help and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's all for that one. And if you liked this video and it helped you, please leave a like, comment down below what you liked about the video, or I don't know, something you struggle with. Yeah, comment down below something you struggle with in art or drawing, or just in life, you know. But yeah, please subscribe, hit the bell notification, and until the next one, peace. Man, what is wrong with this computer? I don't know what's going on. Oh, hey, let me lift you up real quick. There we go. If you liked the video you just watched, if you could please like this video. Comment down below what you liked about the video, or what I told you to comment down below at the beginning of the video, whatever happened. And also, the biggest one of them all, please subscribe to this channel, because I will be making plenty more art and tutorial videos and just vlogs and everything in between. Like I said, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and also, if you're watching this on a TV screen, I saw someone else do this before, take your phone out, take the camera out if you're using a smartphone. I hope you are, it's 2024. And take a picture of this QR code. This QR code tells you to subscribe. So Better not make it angry. All right, I'll see y'all later. Peace. God, he's gonna kill me.